You've probably read Free Economics before. If you haven't, we'll go through it today. Free Economics is an excellent book for an introduction into economics. It's a general, well-balanced read with not too much poking around certain subjects. It's a broad book, so keep that in mind while reading. What I do love about the book is the vast amount of examples and stories it has to encapsulate the rigorous ways economics is at play around different parts of the world. It gives you a different perspective as to why people do the things they do, as opposed to thinking nothing of it. After you read this book, you'll start to look up business and everyday transactions a little differently than before. This book focuses on current social issues that are prevalent in front of us without us realizing. Some are obvious while some are hidden. I'm going to be honest, it's been more than a half a year since I've read the book, so I'm using a bit of lit charts as a reference for the chapters. What you'll notice in the book is most of the issues that the author presents revolve around trying to achieve more money or status. The overall principle is that people want to achieve more authority or power, so they'll go to unethical methods to achieve that status. There are some spoilers, so be aware. There's one example of sumo wrestlers in a tournament, and basically there's a hierarchy where the top players earn a substantial amount compared to the bottom players, who aren't so well off. These top players essentially live off being at the top because of how much money they make. Now you think that if you're at the top, you'd want to stay at the top because of the lifestyle you have. And you're absolutely correct. These top fighters have an unspoken agreement where they purposely lose to another top fighter in exchange for winning the rematch against them. Now what this does is it creates a cycle that ensures the top fighters stay in the loop and deny anyone else from entering. I'm sure by this scenario you'll start to have a different perception of sports and social events. There are many unaware procedures that we don't know yet, and this is only the tip of the iceberg. There's more social issues explored in this book, but that's for you to discover. I love this book because it's engaging and informative, and you will too if you have an interest for the world and how the people operate within it. Some things to consider though is that this book mainly focuses on issues that are social but not political or on a broad scale. There isn't much mention about current wars or politics that drive certain production and imports. Although this book doesn't focus on that, I still would have liked to see a glimpse into that field so we're somewhat aware of how things play out politically. Overall though, this book is definitely a must read, so if you get the chance, definitely read this book.